Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Hi, this is Jed McKay, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I'm here for Peter.
Rip someone's face off!
Yes! Moon Knight. Oh, I gotta play a Jed McKay drop. Oh my god. Alright, kids. Welcome back to another Ultimate Spider-Cast in Miller Mayhem May. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, she who's not above violence, it is
Little flippin' hellfire. And in case you didn't know, your Aunt May is a croissant!
She was not above violence or calling someone a whore. Usually men, but yeah. So, if you've been living under a rock, unconscious, in a coma for 6 years, and you don't know what Miller May is, yes, we're once again back to talk a work by Frank. Hey, it's burning up the internet. All right, Frank. Some work, either written or art or both, by Mr. Frank. I'm sorry, Mr. Frank.
Let me pronounce this correctly.
Miller. Yes, Mr. Frank.
Your mother's a whore!
Miller. So yes, so this time we are covering something drawn by Mr. Miller from Marvel Team Up number 100.
Big old fat 100.
Hey-oh! Oh, and it gets better, kids. Not only is...
Everybody's here.
Oh, yes. Not only is this drawn by Frank Miller, but it's also written by, yes, the man himself, Mr.
Claremont.
Chris frickin' Claremont.
Exactly.
So, yes, it's a Claremont and Miller production. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, I was wrong. They are co-writers.
Ooh, fancy.
Uh-huh. So the two of them wrote this and Miller drew it.
But we have Denny O'Neil on editorial. It's fine. It's fine. We have Denny O'Neil on editorial duties. It's fine. It's going to be okay.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Although he did do all Azrael all the time. So, I don't know. Maybe we're not okay. Maybe we're not as safe as I thought.
Even Azrael has his fans, Lilith.
You gotta rub that one in.
Yeah, Denny was the number one fan. Talk about making something happen. Jeez Louise.
Wild.
Like manifesting.
Can you imagine those notes? Can you imagine if you're the editor on a Frank Miller book, those notes just like, yes, don't kill anyone, don't have anyone get raped,
And then Frank Miller's, well, I don't want to write it. And that's what happened on freaking Batman and Robin. All-Star Batman and Robin. Well, I quit.
That's why I was like a year.
These notes are ridiculous. Don't you know who I am? I'm freaking Frank, your mother's a whore Miller.
That's why there was a 6 month to a year gap between each issue, because they had to talk them back. Come on, Frank.
If only we knew what really happened.
Come on, Frank. We'll let you get away with a little bit of that. And just imagine how much of a whore the women will look drawn by Jim Lee. Okay.
You got a point.
Superior puss.
Ooh, it's a special double-sized 100th issue, but that cover is unappetizing. I will just tell you.
Yeah, that's not the best cover, especially for a 100. I mean, come on.
Wolf. I was like, this is why I always bypass Marvel Team Up in the bids. The covers never really pull me in, but I'm just gonna be real. I don't own any Marvel Team Ups.
I own some. I mean, it depends who's writing it and who's drawing it. I mean, there were some, and we did cover them. I mean,
allegedly, Klaus Janson did some of the cover art. Allegedly, I don't see it.
I don't see it either. Yeah, I mean, you do get issues drawn by John Byrne and stuff. I mean, so
yeah, okay, if you say so. Those covers, like I said, when I'm flipping through, I'm just like, oh, that's just a Marvel Team Up. I'm gonna leave it here.
I just don't know how you get 100. I don't know how you get 150 issues of, oh hey, Spider-Man just coincidentally runs into another hero.
Although it is Marvel's New York. That is the saving grace of it all, right? And that's the funny thing, right? This book addresses it. No other book addresses it.
Oh, no, yeah.
Everybody else is doomed to their own little corner. Not Spider-Man. Oh, no. Not our cash cow.
Again, you know the two single solo like best favorite fan favorite characters in the 70s and 80s because who got their own team up books? Spider-Man and Ben Grimm.
Exactly. Marvel 2-in-1.
Oh my God, Marvel! How did you not put this together? Why didn't you do a crossover between Marvel Team Up and Marvel 2-in-1 one month?
That's way too much crossing streams, if you ask me.
Don't get any on your shoe. All right.
Ooh.
All right.
Whip.
Whoa. Talking about crossing the streams metaphor there. All right. Marvel Team Up number 100 from December 1980. And
I was not born.
I was 2. The title, in introducing Karma, she possesses people.
Yeah. In other words, your mother's a whore.
Wait till I spoil it in the title there.
Is that just his way of saying life's a bitch? Like, what?
And she'll take over your mind, too.
Your mother's a whore.
Can't trust those women. They're after your wallet and your mind.
Your mother's a whore.
And they go and drag poor Invisible Girl, and mind you, it's 1980, so yes, she is still Invisible Girl, unfortunately. Well,
Yes.
he gets to be Mr. Fantastic.
Even
What's so fantastic about Reed Richards? Nothing.
even though she's a mother, yes, she's still the Invisible Girl, yes.
And they actually underline it in this issue. I have a son about your age. You sure do, Invisible Girl.
Give Byrne all the crap you want, but he's the one who changed the name.
Yeah. Oh, I never give Byrne crap. You know what? Honestly, I could roast Byrne a little bit more. Maybe I do on the She-Hulk stuff a little bit because that screams fetish. But never on the Fantastic Four. I don't think I've ever really.
Jumping rope.
So many things you could just. Yeah, so many fetish alerts in that book.
Oh, you know what else we can cover? Did you read the backup in this?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Just in case. Although that's just Chris Claremont and
John Byrne.
What's his face? Yeah.
But it's Storm and Black Panther, though.
Yes, it is. Just what I need. 2 white guys writing about my 2 favorite black characters in Marvel.
Well, leave it alone. It's 1980.
But it was the 80s.
I was going to say, it's 1980.
It was 1980! Let me put a fine point on that.
1980. You're hardly out of the 70s.
I'll take what I can get. I know. Beggars can't be choosers.
We didn't have a black person writing or drawing comics at this point.
Well, they did. Allegedly.
Yeah. That one person, yeah, I don't know what they were doing this month, but...
Well, it wasn't February, so...
Oh, true.
Not time to trot them out just yet.
All right.
That's the way it was. Don't at me.
All right, kids. So for this first story, like I said, writers Chris Claremont and Mr. Frank
Your mother's a whore.
Miller.
Oh, there would definitely be smoked on the putting this story together. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, and again pencils by Mr. Frank
Your mother's a whore.
Miller. Inker Bob Wycheck, colorist Carl Gafford, letterer Annette Kowecki, and editor Denny O'Neil. I'm gonna have trouble with some of these names, so these Vietnamese names.
Yeah, have fun with that. I did not take Vietnamese. I took Korean and Japanese, so have fun.
Where's not one of the 5 languages I know? Where?
Well, Vietnamese is actually really hard because it's not like any of the other Asian languages, because it was actually like the modern Vietnamese is like invented by a monk, so it's more phonetic and similar to English. And it has a very musicality to the pronunciation. I could just never really, it's just like not how my brain, it's not the best language for my brain to function, in other words.
And I get to give you crap because you've been giving me crap. You gave me crap yesterday.
It's what we do, Phil.
I know.
Your mother even said I was your sister. It's what little sisters do, Phil.
I know. Next time I see you, I'm going to noogie you.
You can try.
It's not hard. You're down
And
left.
then you'll get an atomic wedgie out of nowhere. gets over the head.
Well, at least it wasn't atomic. Oh, it was. Mark your bingo.
Chance is never zero.
Mark your bingo cards. Spider-Man web swings home from Empire State University one evening. His mind is suddenly attacked by something that causes him to lose his grip and plummet many stories toward the ground. Desperately fighting off the mind controller, he caroms from building to building, grabs a cornice, and comes to a stop by reflex alone. His unseen antagonist, a young woman standing in a shadow on a nearby ledge, did not expect resistance and wonders whether she should continue to try to dominate him. She decides...
Kick him in the balls! Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. There's a drop, but I'm sure if I go back in the archives, I can find that somewhere else, too.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, so, oh.
Trying to donkey punch me now, bitch.
Literally, she's like, it's too much at stake. Yeah, you're getting a donkey punch.
She decides that there's too much at stake and renews her effort. Just then,
That's a lot of meat. Wait, no, not that kind of steak.
Whoa!
Joe Manganiello can get it.
Oh, wait, no.
That's a handful.
That's what I meant. Yes, kids, it's a lot of meat.
It's a lot of meat.
There you go.
I was gonna say who's my sausage expert? Yes, Ray.
It was just a really nice package.
He's a sausage king, but does he have a sausage emporium? I think not.
It's fine having a sausage fest.
Just then, the cornice crumbles and Spider-Man once more starts to fall. His fingers dig furrows into the wall as he strives to save himself.
You're supposed to be sticking to it, bud.
Well, she doesn't know how to do that. As the woman concentrates, she realizes that he is much more difficult to control than anyone she has attempted to possess before. But all that buried anger. But at last, she succeeds.
Who are we kidding? It's not that big.
I was gonna say I knew
it's slightly beneath the surface, man.
I knew.
And if a villain gets like just itches his nerve the right way, they're getting pummeled, and a good old Sal Buscema right hook too for good measure.
The words had not left my mouth, and I knew Lilith was going to be like buried, some version of buried. Yeah, right. Spider-Man stops falling just 3 stories from the sidewalk, mentally manipulating Spider-Man's body as if it were her own. The woman finds out that Spider-Man's fingers can adhere to the wall.
There you go.
And she climbs up to the roof. Reveling in her newfound agility, she soon learns how to use Spider-Man's web shooters. And she tests them.
I don't think his wrist was ready for that.
Oh, that'd be funny if she said that.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
She tests them by pulling over a chimney with webbing. Then she discovers Spider-Man's superhuman strength as she effortlessly crushes the chimney into powder. Web swinging away, she can feel Spider-Man's mind fighting her own, and she realizes that if she remains in his body too long, she might be unable to leave it. Already, she muses, she has begun...
Same problem Venom had.
Hey-oh. She has begun taking on some of Spider-Man's...
There's something about Peter Parker.
She has begun taking on some of Spider-Man's surface mannerisms. Oh, that's a dark what if. What if she got stuck in his body?
Ooh, well, at least she goes home to Mary Jane, but, you know.
Oh.
And then, I mean, if not, she's got Flash on.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No, what if Betty took over his body?
I need that what if. I need that fanfic. Whatever.
Oh, Lord. Betty wouldn't be able to keep her hands off herself. Anyway, at the Freedom Tower in New York's financial district. Freedom Tower?
Let it ring. Let it ring.
Reed and Sue Richards are attending a charity party hosted by a guy in...
Nguyen Nhat Koi?
Yes. A former general in the South Vietnamese army who moved to the United States and in a short time became a multi-millionaire. The general has purchased many of Alicia Master's sculptures, which are on display.
Interesting.
I know.
That's not going to come up in words. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is.
That's not asking for trouble. Yeah, I'm going to... That's like saying, yeah, I'm going to...
Like, you know who she's with, bro? Everybody knows you just...
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy something from this artist. And yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, that has to be damn good art. Like, you know, who she's attached to, and they will F you up, man.
It's like buying something from an artist. Like, oh yeah, their whole family's in the police. You know, like
in the Magia,
like the top of the police force or something. The Magia. Alicia herself, accompanied by Ben Grimm, is there too. The general, was this a trap? I mean, we'll get there, but I mean, the general.
It's a trap.
The general introduces Reed and Sue to his nephew, Tran, and Tran's younger brother and sister. The latter two recently escaped from Vietnam and can speak no English. Then the general snaps his fingers, and two of his servants, Lawson and Darug, escort the two children away. But yes, we'll find out Tran has the same powers as his sister. So I'm like, was this a trap for him to maybe try to take over the Fantastic Four?
Why wouldn't you want to?
I mean, I
don't know that I necessarily want Sue's powers, but Johnny's powers? I would even go for Ben's powers, to be quite honest.
I mean, and again, if you have all four of them, you can use whoever you want when you. But I mean, wouldn't that
whoever you want when you want? That's the dream, isn't it, kids?
I mean, wouldn't that make more sense than like why you're buying off Alicia Master so you can lure the Fantastic Four in?
Yeah, I mean that would make sense. But he's no mole man. I'll tell you this. He's no Namor.
Hey, MCU, I got your mole man right here. No!
We're doing me now?
Oh, okay.
He's a little tall, but...
I was going to say, I got your mole man right here!
Got your mole man right here!
We are in Miller Mayhem, so, I needed clarification.
He's a little tall, but I got your mole man right here.
I'm uncancelable.
Truly.
Oh, I'm going to wear a gimp mask and murder people.
Have you heard the things they say on Full Stream Ahead? Definitely uncancelable.
Oh, my. Yeah, because Phil won't cancel me. Wait, I'm going to wear a gimp mask and murder people. No, that's Doom.
Oh, I'm going to wear a gimp mask and murder people. Why don't you sex me up?
As they walk by Ben.
I mean, that's kind of what this feels like. Inappropriately, unconsensually.
Well, it's a Frank Miller, Chris Claremont production. How wouldn't it?
Exactly. It was bound to be some non-consensual things going on in this book.
Look at my butt.
As they walk by Ben, he notices suspicious bulges under the servants' jackets.
It's a fetish!
Who is this little hellfire noticing suspicious bulges?
No.
Under the servants' jackets, and Alicia softly confesses that she does not particularly like her patron. But he's got money. Ben,
she works hard for the money.
We're gonna get a strike. Come on.
It's like Reed won't give us any of that sweet, sweet acne cream money. So what else do you want me to do?
Acne cream. Clears that skin right up. But it might give you pink eye. Listen to Miller Mayhem over on We Are the Night for that joke.
Batman podcast. Sorry, Ray. Chance never zero.
I don't think he minds.
Batman, my favorite character.
He's listening, so come on. This is a Marvel podcast. Come on.
Into the Dark Knight. All to do with Batman.
Oh my god, it'd be the funniest, but cutest thing if every time we said Batman and he's sitting there with Finn, he just covers Finn's ears.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure he does.
Finn goes to school. Father, some people were talking about some character called the Batman. What is that?
I'm washing your mouth out with soap, young man!
Dude, you're not hanging out with those hooligans anymore!
It's all Tiger and Hammerhead.
I know it's in the future, but I see you shaking your head, Ray. Ben promises her that they will soon leave. As the children are led upstairs, they are watched by the mysterious woman through Spider-Man's eyes. She instantly recognizes them as her two younger siblings, Leong and Nega.
Easy there.
I almost hurt myself. And she leaps down to free them, quickly knocking both guards unconscious, although not before one of them fires his pistol. Trying to hurry before more guards arrive, she explains to the children in Vietnamese that Spider-Man has been sent by their sister. Suddenly, she feels the unfamiliar tingle of her spider sense. Yes, you know where I'm going now, kids.
It's ting ting tingling, ting ting tingling.
Not knowing that it means...
Yeah, the G is silent, I'm pretty sure. So it's just nah.
Okay. Nah. As a woman, she's not familiar with the tingle. Not knowing that it
Tell
means...
me about it. If you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. Want something done right, do it yourself.
Hey-oh! Oh, really, Lilith?
I wonder if my wrist is I haven't had to deal with that in a long time because I'm adamant. I go first or no one goes at all.
Wow! You either... Oh, God, never mind. I can't say. Either come with me or you go 6 feet under. Not knowing that it means she does not leap to safety when the door bursts open and Mr. Fantastic and the Thing rush in. Reed wraps Spider-Man up in his arms, but she discovers that she can stick to things with her feet as well as with her fingers, and she gains enough leverage.
Fetish. Right in his face, bro, with both feet. That's a fetish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what kind of maniac talks about the face like that?
Not in the face.
I'd murder somebody if they put their sticky feet in my face. Sticky anything, really, but...
Wow! Oh, you mean like Post-its? Okay.
Exactly.
And she gains enough leverage to snap backward into Reed's face with both feet.
Spider-Man's on his hooligan kick again.
I know.
I'm glad we didn't hire that hooligan.
I told him this wasn't General Motors, pal. Ben starts swinging at her, wondering...
I swear, it's just like that. I was like, as much as I love the Fantastic Four, that right there just really ruffles my feathers about Reed.
Realizing from what Ben says that Spider-Man is not an evildoer, the woman comprehends that it was wrong of her to take over his mind. No. Forcing someone to do something against their will? No.
It is a Chris Claremont story. He most is familiar with Charles Xavier, so he doesn't really understand the concept. Wouldn't it be funny? Frank Miller's like, well, we probably have to address that this is wrong. He's like, why is it wrong? She's taking over his mind. Professor X does it all the time. Bro, he's the villain, not Magneto.
No. Frank Miller wanted an actual rape, and Chris Claremont's like, no, mind rape. It's a lot classier.
Yikes.
Nobody's
like it's Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man! You can't do this!
It's Miller May. No one gets out unscathed.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Reed notices that Spider-Man's movements are not as fluid as usual, and that he seems to be acting as though he had never met the Fantastic Four before.
Oh, somebody's got some observation skills. That's good.
He acts like he hasn't met any of them before. No, he just acts that way towards Johnny. He warns Ben to be careful, but just then, Spider-Man hurls Ben at him, and the two teammates become tangled. Then Sue, General Coy, Tran, and more guards enter. The woman possessing Spider-Man is surprised to recognize the General as her uncle Guyan, and as she's...
No one.
Yeah, I said Guyan.
No one.
No one? What? Oh, the G silent too? Wait, what?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, since it's Vietnamese, yeah, the G is silent. If it was some... Oh, yeah, the G is silent.
I thought you didn't know no Vietnamese.
I know the names. I grew up in California, babes.
Oh, yeah, Valley Girl. Okay. And as she stands undecided about what to do next, Tran whispers to his uncle for permission to deal with the crime fighter. The General says that Tran's unique talent should be conserved for equally unique situations. So they let Sue attack Spider-Man with invisible force spheres. However, since Spider-Man helped to save her son not long ago, she holds back, and he knocks her out with a slap.
Ooh, that's Claremont for you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think that might have been Frank Miller, but...
You temperamental female.
It's hard to tell.
Temperamental females. Hey, Franklin.
Now get back in the kitchen.
Hey, Franklin.
Your mother's a whore.
Hey now, only Namor can say that.
Oh! Ooh!
Same for you, Jean Grey! Don't think you come out unscathed either, sister!
Namor thinks she's all big and bad 'cause he got her wet. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Yes, Prince Namor.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. My favorite biscuit.
You know, they made his Funko Pop a bobblehead. Just saying.
Hey-oh!
I found that amusing. I don't know why, but I thought I'd just share that with y'all.
Gobble, gobble. Enraged, Reed attacks.
Exactly.
Enraged, Reed attacks, but he receives a face full of webbing.
And that's why Peter's not invited to the threesome.
Oh, jeez.
Not in the face.
As does Ben. Tran comments at the General Coy that Spider-Man is making fools of the Fantastic Four, so the General decides that the time has come after all for Tran to deal with the problem. Exactly like the mysterious woman, Tran reaches out with his mind to take over Spider-Man's, but he does not know that Spider-Man is already under the control of someone else. The woman recognizes Tran as her twin brother and tries to force him out of Spider-Man's mind. Tran, however, does not know this.
It's a party in his head, guys.
Tran does not know that his sister's involved and ascribes the unexpected resistance to Spider-Man himself. A lot of things going on in the head, but I don't know if I'd call any of it a party. Although Tran's powers equal his sister, she is not in peak condition and acutely aware that she has failed Guy and Leon and lets Spider-Man go. Spider-Man falls to the floor, but as his mind returns to normal, the thing knocks him unconscious. Sucker punch.
As you should.
I know what he did though.
Trying to donkey punch me now, bitch.
Throw me into my friends, see? In the aftermath of the battle, the General does not summon the police, and Reed easily persuades him to release Spider-Man in the Fantastic Four's custody. Spider-Man acted quite out of character that evening, and Reed wants to learn whether Spider-Man was an innocent victim of some unknown criminal.
He gets a cup of Sue's hot chocolate.
What? Hell. Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, yeah, hot chocolate. Okay.
It's not mother's milk, not this issue. Or the beast milk, should I say.
Hey, oh. Boy, oh my God, does Slot owe Claremont and Miller some money? Spider-Man's body's being taken over.
I mean, that's a trope, but yeah.
I know.
I mean, you can tweet that for a hot take. Go ahead. Stir up some controversy on the internet, bud.
Shortly after, at the Baxter building, Spider-Man recovers as he drinks a cup of Sue's hot chocolate. Hail. He says that the last thing he remembers is web-swinging home on Manhattan's west side. After Reed tells him of the evening's events, Spider-Man agrees to be probed by Reed's encephalio scanner to find out what happened to him. A few minutes.
Reed's got a toy for everything, doesn't he?
Hey-oh!
I guess that's why Sue's still with him after all
the toys.
All these years.
She says, "Where does he get these wonderful toys?" Hey, I do not have a probe sticking out of my butt.
Oh my God, I literally tried to watch that episode. I could not make it through the first episode of South Park anymore. I don't know what I was on when I was a kid. Just hopped up on Pizza Hut pizza, probably.
That she earned with Book It.
Exactly. We'll get there on Saucy and Petty one of these days.
Yes. A few minutes under...
His brain was turned off. Well, a certain writer must have took this trope because Peter's brain's been off for a good 16 months.
Remind me to say something at the end. Okay. A few minutes under the machines discloses that Spider-Man's brain had been turned off, almost literally, for about an hour. Reed thinks to himself that whoever took over Spider-Man's mind could have left him mentally crippled forever or even dead before detecting a familiar residual energy pattern with the scanner. Stretching his arm out of the lab past Johnny and Sue, Reed dials the telephone and gets in touch with, of course, Claremont's writing this, Charles Xavier in Westchester. Professor X is busy supervising a Danger Room workout with Storm, Wolverine, and Colossus.
Boo! Colossus can suck it. His whole family can suck it.
Oh my!
Your whole family can suck it.
Comrade.
Exactly. Well, not for that reason. You
No.
know what reason.
Well, what, the underage dating?
The Hal Jordan of it all, yes, sir.
Oh, I know. He wasn't even able to age her up or nothing.
Exactly. That's how we do it in Russia. Well, you're not in Russia anymore, pal.
Oh, my.
Your whole family can suck it.
But he informs Reed that Cerebro, the X-Men's computer, had registered an unusual amount of mutant activity in Lower Manhattan that very evening. 2 distinct entities possessing similar abilities were detected, and he was planning to investigate later. Whoever the mutants are, he continues, their power is considerable. As Xavier hangs up, he asks that Reed keep him posted on his investigation. Soon, the Fantastic Car is flying toward Manhattan's Lower East Side, with Spider-Man occupying the Torch's seat and the Torch flying alongside. Reed says that he modified one of his basic sensor modules into a rough facsimile of the Cerebro computer, using telemetry data.
Wow.
Ripping off Xavier.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. They could never get away with it nowadays.
He made his money on the backs of other. Oh yeah, that's Krakoan proprietary tech. No,
exactly.
It literally does not leave his head. The 5 companions trace the person who took over Spider-Man's mind to a church. As the Fantastic Car passes over the building, Spider-Man suddenly leaps out, intending to punish his foe. Reed quickly tells Johnny to stop Spider-Man because they have no idea what they might be up against. But before Johnny can catch him, Spider-Man crashes through the church window. There are only 2 people inside, a priest and a young, war-weary Vietnamese woman. Spider-Man attacks the priest, but he realizes his mistake when the woman takes over the Torch's mind and attacks him with firebolts. Speaking through the Torch, the woman, Xian, declares that she will not let Spider-Man take her. So...
You'll never catch me alive, coppers.
So once again, Claremont and Miller writing, was it just, no woman can take over my mind. It must be the priest.
Yeah, exactly.
No broad could overpower my will.
Your mother's a whore!
Turn the page.
Of book 1.
I think it's the joke me and Justin were doing. I said, yes. It's like, okay, turn to page 2. Your
mother's a whore!
Whenever you hear that sound, Frank Miller, listen along. Spider-Man knows that the reactions of a possessed person are slightly slower than normal and uses this against the Torch, but it soon becomes apparent that he will have to knock the woman out in order to win. Okay, Frank, I see you there.
Your mother's a whore!
Anything to hit a woman, I swear.
Speaking through, well, it's a Frank Miller. It's a Frank Miller story. He's going to hit the woman one way or the other.
Pow! Right in the kisser. Pow! Right in the kisser. It's a Family Guy reference.
Right in the kisser. Right in the superior bliss.
Superior bliss.
Speaking through Johnny, she said that she made the wrong choice when she possessed Spider-Man, and now she is about to lose everything that she holds dear. The Torch's attack, however, is stopped by an invisible barrier, and his 3 teammates enter. Sue encloses Spider-Man and the Torch in 4 spheres, and Xian relinquishes her hold on Johnny. Then the priest, Father Bowen, angrily demands the fighting cease. They are in a house of God, he declares, not on a battlefield.
Love is a battlefield.
Xian contritely begs Bowen's forgiveness, saying fearfully that she has betrayed everyone who loved and trusted her. Sensing the pain in her voice, Reed asks Bowen for a quiet place where they can talk. A few minutes later, in the rectory...
Of course it's the rectory. Wreck that rectum.
Wow! Well, nothing subtle there, kids.
In the butt is fine.
The priest introduces himself as a former infantryman who served in Vietnam before joining the priesthood. The woman says she is Xian Cao Man, a Vietnamese teenager who has lived her entire young life under the shadow of war and suffering. Then she tells her story. Xian's father, a colonel in the South Vietnamese army, has always given dangerous assignments was always given dangerous assignments because of his steadfast honesty in the face of rampant corruption. His family, Xian's mother and 3 siblings, were always at his side. One day, the Viet Cong attacked their village, and Xian saw a soldier about to kill her brother Tran. Without thinking, she reached into the soldier's mind and forced him to stop. She was surprised by what she had done, and her brother quickly learned that he too had the same ability. Then he took over the soldier's mind, but instead of simply stopping him, he made him kill himself.
Dark, bro. So edgy, man.
Well, again, who's writing it?
Your mother's a whore!
Xian became frightened of her brother then because he clearly enjoyed what he had done. Later, Tran demonstrated his ability to his uncle Na'an, whom Xian's father held in contempt. Tran also revealed that Xian had a similar power but feared to use it, and Na'an was pleased that Tran confided in him. When South Vietnam fell, Na'an arranged for the family's evacuation, but in the confusion, only Tran was successfully rescued. It is later revealed Tran mentally forced the American soldiers to keep his family from being taken to safety. Xian, her other brother, her younger brother, Leon, her younger sister, Na, and her parents fell victim to the new government for their participation with the U.S. during the war. After many difficult months, during which Xian used her power several times to keep the family from being killed, they managed to escape in a small, nearly unseaworthy boat. After days of starvation, they were attacked by Thai pirates who slew all the men aboard, including Xian's father, and dealt even worse with the women because it's a Frank Miller story.
Because it's a Frank Miller book! Holy!
Your mother's a whore!
Whether she wants to be or not.
Exactly. Again, Frank, she was asking for it, Miller.
Your mother's a whore!
Xian was 2
Your
weeks.
sister's a trollop.
Xian was too weak from hunger to use her power against the raiders. Xian's mother died the day they were rescued, and Xian and the children were sent to the United States, where they were reunited with General Coy and Tran. The general had prospered greatly since leaving Vietnam, and Tran, who worked with him, had turned cold and cruel. His uncle suggested that Xian work for him as well, but she refused, and after the ensuing argument, she and her younger siblings went to Father Bowen's church. The Navy had given her his name, saying that he had established a self-help relief agency for Vietnamese refugees. She had known him from Vietnam, and with his aid, she rented an apartment for herself and the children. But earlier today, she came home to find her place ransacked and the children gone. The telephone rang, and her uncle told her that if she wanted to see the children again, she would have to work for him. She had until midnight to decide. When she saw an issue of the Daily Bugle and the Spider-Man Medic...
Damn, J. Jonah Jameson and his propaganda against Spider-Man.
Exactly. She decided to use Spider-Man to defeat her uncle. As Xian finishes her tale, the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man immediately agree to help.
Pier 32 again?
I know. At midnight on Pier 30... Someone must have that number. At midnight on Pier 32, the Brooklyn side of the East River, General Coy and his henchmen bring Leon and Na to a ship that will take them away to be tested for paranormal abilities. He ensures their cooperation by saying that Xian will soon join them. If, he says to one of his henchmen, they turn out to lack any talents, then his organization will put them to other profitable uses.
Oh, yuck. Come on, bro.
Frank
Your mother's a whore!
Miller.
Jeez Louise, man.
Everyone's
He's landed on thick as hell, bro.
Women are getting raped. Children are getting raped. It's Frank Miller.
Your mother's a whore!
Diddy, what? May you rest in power. What the hell, man? I can only imagine what he edited out at this point.
He's a misogynistic force of nature, Lilith Hellfire.
Oh, aren't they all?
Oh, my. Suddenly, a pair of...
Going, I guess.
I know. Let's just forget about it. Suddenly,
you get to that point, you're just like, all right, enough's enough, Frank Miller.
Suddenly, a pair of web nets snatch the children from the ship's gangplank, and Spider-Man quickly defeats Coy's henchmen. Not in the face.
Say that 3 times fast.
Not in the face, please. The Fantastic Four and Xian descend in the Fantastic Car to assist.
Okay, but the pirate movies are really well done.
Wow.
I mean, we're on a boat.
That's true.
Okay, but the pirate movies are very well done.
I mean, I know, but you could have went with Pirates Arc.
No!
Pirates Arc!
But it seems as if the situation is well in hand. Then Xian overhears her uncle tell Tran in Vietnamese to use his power. She just manages to warn her companions before Tran slams her with a bolt of mind force and renders her unconscious. Then Tran takes over the minds of
Twinning.
Then Tran takes over the minds of all the Fantastic Four at once. I'm just...
babes, not the Invisible Woman. I hate to be the one to be that person, but I don't think so.
And I'm just like, shouldn't Spider-Man have dealt with this pretty quickly? Where it's like, he's one guy trying to drive 4 bodies at once. I'm like, shouldn't there have been that huge lag?
Oh, convenient plot point is convenient.
I guess.
Or Tran's just that guy, man.
No. As Spider-Man tries desperately to awaken Xian, the 4 teammates advance toward him and attack. He uses his agility to the utmost to keep out of reach, tricking them into turning their powers against one another whenever he can. General Coy, awed by Tran's display, slinks away, but Tran says that he will speak with him later about the new role he intends to play in his organization. Spider-Man's battle against the mentally controlled Fantastic Four continues unabated. He manages to knock Ben off the
Unabated?
That's what it says.
Okay. Rhymes with masturbated.
Oh my. Okay.
Anything for a laugh, kids. We tell the dick jokes here.
I wonder
Best
if my
dick
wrist
jokes
is
on the
ready for
internet.
that. I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
If not, get ready.
Oh my. That's right, kids. Spider-Man's battle against the mentally... he manages to knock Ben off the pier, but when the Human Torch sets fire to the ship, he realizes the children are in danger. Then
Uh-oh, Shaggy.
speaking through the... They're about to be sold into slavery, but now they're in danger. Okay. Then
It's like, yeah, sure, your soul will die, but you'll still be alive. We'll be on fire.
Oh, jeez. And that's when it went dark, kids. Then Tran speaking...
I mean, that's the context
I
of
know,
it, right?
right? Well, again, remember where we're at.
Your mother's a whore!
Then Tran
And
speaking...
Chris Xavier Charles did no wrong, freaking Claremont.
That's true. They're double teaming this thing. Hell. Then Tran speaking...
Getting it from all sides, Phil, some would say.
That's true.
Good luck finding that drop.
Oh, I have plenty more. No.
Split him out!
He manages to...
Well, at least in this case, put out the flames.
Hey-oh. Then Tran, speaking through the torch, informs him that Leon and Na will not come to harm. He will seize control of his uncle's criminal empire, he continues, but first he will send Spider-Man to an early grave.
An early watery grave. It's like, throw him off the bridge. Throw him off the bridge. Show him how it feels.
Oh, damn. A fire blast from the torch forces Spider-Man to die. Oh, yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, you're going to be another accidental death, Tran. A fire blast from the torch forces Spider-Man to dive into the river, where he hurls a piling at the torch. Tran gloats, speaking through the torch, that his mutant power will allow him to tap into the Fantastic Four's memories and experiences. He will make the 4 bodies act as one, a nearly unbeatable fighting force. He ducks the piling, but this leads him into Spider-Man's punch, which knocks him into a nearby freighter loaded with munitions. Meanwhile, Xian regains consciousness and pleads with her brother to stop this madness, but Tran refuses. Then the freighter explodes, and out of the flames climbs the Thing. He stuns Spider-Man with a powerful punch before picking up a huge piling with which to crush him. Before he can do so, though, Xian strikes Tran with a bolt of mind force. Ben drops the piling as Tran loses control and Spider-Man urges him to fight free. Enraged, Xian relentlessly pummels her brother with psychic energy, and much to his surprise, his defenses crumble, even though his sister is supposedly less experienced than he. He pleads with her to spare him, but she refuses, and suddenly his body vanishes utterly, leaving only his clothing to fall onto the dock. Xian gathers her brother's life force and makes his...
Everybody's clothes come off.
Well, remember where we're at.
Your mother's a whore!
Xian gathers her brother's life force and makes his soul a part of herself forever. Zian explains to Spider-Man and the Thing that although her brother's body was stronger than hers, her strength flowed from her innermost being. Yeah.
Superior puss.
Without a doubt.
And he could not stand against it. Then a force bubble containing Sue, Reed, Johnny, Leon, and Na rises from the river, and Zion is joyfully reunited with her siblings. With tears of gratitude flowing from her eyes, she thanks Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four. If they ever need her help, she says, they have but to ask for Karma. Then, with the 5 crime fighters watching her thoroughly, she takes Leon and Na by the hand and walks away. Thoughts?
Rough.
Your mother's a whore!
Brutal.
Implied child rape.
Yeah, it's just nothing good came of this, right? Like, at all. It felt really long and drawn out, too. Like, holy crap. I know it's a double-sized issue, but Jesus, this story was long as hell. I just was like, when's it gonna end? It keeps going, like the Energizer button. Why are there more pages?
Well, again, too, you had the Claremont info dump on, like, her
so
origin.
Much info dump.
Yeah.
It's like show, not tell. This is comics.
Hey-o.
It is a visual medium. Yeah. I mean, it's rough around the edges for sure, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I can only imagine what Denny had to freaking edit out. Like those two together in a room coming up with a story. Please.
Oh, yeah. And yes, the Spider-Man Invisible Girl was from Marvel Team Up 88, kids.
Not even close, so I can't say it.
No. So yes, it was just Spider-Man and the Invisible Girl. So yes, yeah. Oversized episode issue 100, kids. So it was all the Fantastic Four.
I mean, they didn't even have a chance to be in character because they were being mind controlled, and I feel like that's just such a cheap thing to do.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I mean, we do have some related comics. Clobbering Time came out this week, and he goes to Krakoa and teams up with Wolverine.
Oh, really?
Isn't that interesting? Oh, you didn't? Oh, you don't? You're not reading that? You should be reading that. The art is kind of bad, but the story's pretty good.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yes, because thankfully, oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this. Thankfully, we didn't get Amazing Spider-Man this week.
Yeah, no, we had Venom. I think that's our only Spider book, right?
Mary Jane and Black Cat. The conclusion, yeah. But again, the ending of that, she takes Mary Jane home to Paul and the kids. So rubbing salt in that wound.
Like God, we're getting her from all sides for real. Like just not too long ago, I used to say, "What a great time to be alive to be a Spider-Man fan," and now I'm just like, man, I don't even want to do a Spider-Man podcast.
Thank you, Zeb Wells.
I have to talk about the new stuff. I don't want to do it.
Oh, and that's the other Zeb Wells punch in the face. Last night, I told you Luca was watching the draft. Like at the beginning of the draft, they bring out some celebrities. Eric Stone Street came out to say something, and SNL's own Heidi Gardner. I was like, oh, Heidi Gardner. I know. I'm like, oh, wait, that's the devil's wife. No.
Yeah. Oh, no. He's the devil's wife.
Mephistwells, yeah.
Oh, Mephistwells. Aunt May has some words to say with you about that, but...
Zebfisto, yes.
Zebfisto. I like it. Let's coin it. What time was it?
Oh, internet, just wait, man. I'm going to put it all over you. Hail.
Hey, now, take it easy. I think we've been reading too much Frank Miller, kids. It's rubbing off.
Hail. I mean, like a web.
Yeah.
What? You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Flip then.
And again, it was Jed McKay, which I love Jed McKay's, Black Cat and Mary Jane stuff, but it's like...
He has to follow what...
Yeah, well, that ending, of course, I'm sure was under orders, because even like after that last page, they're like, oh, follow Black Cat and Mary Jane in the Amazing Spider-Man 25.
Why?
Because
Why? That's the question.
Because it's going to be the most shocking issue in 50 years, Lord Hellfire.
Sure. You can't just say that and then watch it be a flop.
If Mary Jane doesn't die, which I don't want, is it really going to be the most shocking thing in 50 years? And even
the fact that she doesn't die, is that the shock?
And even if she does die, it's like, it's going to
Peter dies and she gets his powers, bro.
But after Superior Spider-Man, would that even be shocking?
Actually, you're right. No, it wouldn't be.
That's what I'm saying. What could be that shocking?
Peter Parker and Spider-Man are gay.
You know,
that would be shocking.
I mean, Zeb, you want to get some credit back? Here's what you do.
He ends up with freaking Norman Osborn, bro. That's the shocker.
Well, we've been there already, but it's like, no, tease it that it's going to be Mary Jane that dies, but let's finally kill Aunt May.
Phil, you're speaking my lingua.
I know, but
that's a bit of a hot take. I mean, it shouldn't be, but it is for some weird random.
Well, I mean, JMD Mateus tried to do a good Death of Aunt May, but then
I know, and it was right there for the taking, and they didn't do it.
Well, they reversed it.
Chickens.
That's right.
Damn chickens, the lot of you, and not in a cock-a-doodle-doo way either.
Oh, the good cock, not the bad cock.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Exactly.
Oh, my. All right.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're so...
When is Zeb leaving this book?
I don't think they've announced that yet, so who knows?
He's got to be leaving this book soon, right? I mean, sales are down, but
we'll see.
I don't know what to tell you, but sales are down.
I was going to say, how far ahead do they write them? Because I was going to say, definitely after 25...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if they were going to get rid of them, it'd be right around this time, because that's like issue 25, the perfect time to change writers and renumber.
Well, for some reason, I just feel like they're still deluding themselves, but once 25 and 26 crash and burn, I think that's going to be it. That's good, you know.
So I think they keep, like, what is it, like 3 to 6 months, maybe?
Yeah.
Is what they're supposed to be ahead?
Maybe, because I know they were, like, soliciting it was either 27 or 28, which is going to be a Doc Ock story.
Yeah, they keep slightly ahead of the solicits. So, yeah, I think it's, like, anywhere between 3, 4, 5, or 6 months ahead of where we are at any given point.
So maybe by issue 30 or so, maybe he'll be gone?
It's not that I want him to be gone. It's that I want the story to be better. He was better than this earlier on. I don't know what the hell happened.
I want them to act like he cares about Spider-Man.
He did initially, and then he gave us the old bait and switch. Now he's pulling a Bendis at this point.
When did it become, like, fashionable for, like, creators and stuff to be like...
It's ever since the Ultimate Universe. Write the character however you want. You don't have to build it up. You don't have to set it up for 2 to 3 years. Because you don't have that time as a writer in the comic book industry anymore. But still, that's where everybody saw that and said, oh, we can just make it what we want. Just issue it number 1 and do what you want.
Not even do what you want, but when did it become fashionable to be like, I know how I can sell, whatever I'm, book or whatever I'm doing. I'll give the middle finger to the fan base, and that'll sell units.
But new fans, from everything that I've seen on the internet, new fans like it, not old fans. But guess what? Old fans are pretty much the ones paying the bills, keeping the lights on. The new fans. New fans pirate a lot of that stuff. I'm just saying, I'm being real with you. I'm being so real right now.
Oh, yeah. And again, it's like if you kill Mary Jane, well, you're going to piss
off...
That's
going to kill off the old fan base, and you're not going to make money.
You're going to piss off all the old fans, and are the new fans really going to care, going to be shocked by it? No.
And it's like, you can't just reverse it in the next issue either.
No.
Because then that's a real slap on the tuchus, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, they'd have to wait a year or two, yeah.
And so either way, it's a lose-lose situation.
But again, it's going to get reversed if he kills her. Not right away, but within the next couple of years, it'll be reversed. Next writer comes in.
Bro, they wouldn't even be brave enough to let it last 6 months. Mark my words, is the whole thing.
Remember the early...
And heaven forbid if it really tanks and they have to do an emergency and bring somebody new in, instantly we're back to status quo. So it's like I said, it is a lose-lose situation.
I mean, you guys want to push at the top of the chart again? I mean, undo one more day.
Yep.
Bring the marriage.
Why are they so afraid to do it, bro?
I don't know.
Superman's married with kids, and he was doing just fine before
and it's what the fans wanted, And again, I give you permission. If you undo one more day, you can sell a big, expensive new wedding album or whatever.
I could go for a new wedding album. Although Bob Mackie, bless his soul, has passed away.
Yes.
We could find somebody new, though.
But I mean, they did it in an annual the first time. Here, you could sell like a big. I don't care if it's hardcover. I don't care.
I mean, Batman didn't even get married, and they have a wedding album. So
exactly. And again, you you guys reverse one more day, I will buy a $20 book. Wedding album. I don't care. Just bring back.
Wait, how much money did we actually spend on the 80th anniversary of Superman? I bought all the variants, that big hardcover book, the other big hardcover book. I'm just saying, it's money to be made, kiddos. It's money to be made. Just for the, like, literally for the taking. The nerd is there. Turn him upside down and shake that money out of his freaking pocket. Do it!
Oh, so, okay. So in other words.
Make it rain.
Yes. Make it hail even. I don't care. Do something.
Again,
you have to do something with the Spider-Man is about starting to look a whole lot like Superman.
I'm speaking for the Spider-Man fan base. If you reverse one more day, and I'm sure most of you will agree with me, yes, we will buy an overly expensive wedding album.
Make it triple size for all I care. I'm going to buy it just to shut you up. And yeah, shut up and take my money. It's been here for like 10 years for the taking, and you guys haven't taken it yet. So
come on.
Oh, they don't want to do it consensually. I think that's the problem. I think they got their Frank Miller all over it.
Maybe. But it's like, come on, kids. You know you can.
You know what we say? We say, oh yeah, well, we'd love for Mary Jane to be dead. Do it. Write it. We dare you.
You could promote it, and just think of the way you could promote that. It's like, oh, the love that wouldn't die, and all, come on.
It literally writes itself, but I don't know what the holdup is.
The love that.
Well, you know what? I'm starting to root for Paul at this point.
Don't we at least want to defeat Mephisto? Come on. That's like Mephisto's biggest victory, and it's never, he's never got his comeuppance for that.
But we love Mephisto. We love Uncle Ben.
Oh, Berg.
Maybe that's the plot twist. Maybe he's been listening to us after all, and that's the plot twist.
Uncle
Ben is Mephisto.
I'll give you your marriage back, kids. I'll give you your marriage back, kid. Just send your aunt down here. Finally.
I'm ready. Finally, I stopped chasing Daredevil. I'm ready. Daredevil has told me no for the last time. I'm ready. Send her home.
Jason Aaron's done with his Avengers run. I'm ready for something new.
Someone's may sell their soul to the devil. Anyway. Enough of that. It is what it is. I enjoy our old stuff. The new stuff's really bringing me down. But like all the new stuff from the big two are bringing me down, honestly. It's like I'm just so anti-establishment at this point that I don't think there's anything they can do short of bringing that marriage back that's going to make me happy.
Yeah.
They can't do the simple things like filling out the Rogues Gallery again. Like, I'm sick of Doc Ock. I'm sick of Norman Osborn. I crave for the days of Rhino and Shocker. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Even some, like, Mysterio had his heyday, but, like, bring him back too. I don't care. Electro, I don't care. I'm just so sick of the same thing over and over and over again.
Oh, yeah. I hear you.
So,
I agree.
We got to shake it up. We got to do something because it is stale and stagnant at this point. So
I was just looking down.
229 episodes of Ultimate Spider-Cast, and I'm just like, I'm dreading the new stuff. I'm so glad it was such a light week for Spider-Man and Batman. It was such a relief, honestly.
I want that Amazing Spider-Man, just so I'm hoping it's not as bad as I think it's going to be, that 25, but I know I'm probably going to be mad.
Nothing's going to live up to the hype that they've been giving it, so it's just like I said, it's going to be a flop either way.
Are we going to have to do a special just on that?
Yeah, feel free.
I
can do 30, 45 minutes. If it's going the way we think we're going, I could do the whole hour.
I was going to say, let's read it, and yeah, maybe...
Day of?
Maybe that'll be its own Ultimate Spider-Cast episode, yeah.
Yeah, you want to do... If we can, do it day of?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Mark your calendars, kids. A very special episode of Ultimate...
I think it's May 10th, I believe. Did you unplug your microphone? I swear I heard a pop. Just got all worked up, kids, because I can't hear you. Either that or she's yelling at a dog. Hello? Housekeeping. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes, I can, Verizon.
Oh, I wish we could have some sweet Verizon money.
Oh, my. Me too. Oh, God.
Even that guy went somewhere else, but anyway.
I know. As soon as that contract was up. Oh, man, there's a ton of, like, variants for 25.
You don't say! Get out of town!
Of course, many featuring Mary Jane, some Black Cat. Oh, there's a cover with Mary Jane in a Spider-Man costume, Black Cat, and Spider-Gwen.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Uh-huh. But now I was looking up the date. Oh, $6.99. So they're going to charge us $7 to kick us in the nuts. Okay.
Well, it could be worse. It could be a $9.99 book, or worse, a $19.99 book.
That's true. But yes, it looks like it is May 10th.
Well, yeah, they definitely don't anticipate this actually being good, because they would have charged the $9.99 if they thought it was going to be good. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. But yes, May 10th.
They're like, we're not going to push it.
Yes, May 10th is the release day, and yes, the solicit. The past and the present collide in this oversized and monumental 25th issue. Your heart isn't ready for this one.
Who are we, Aunt May? Maybe it is Aunt May. Now they brought the heart issue back up. Remember, she used to have a heart issue that went away magically.
Oh yeah,
literally magically.
Exactly. Oh man. Oh, there's a ton of those all variant covers, but there might.
Got any Mark Bagley?
What?
It can't be a Spider-Man big issue if they don't have Mark Bagley doing a cover. Come on.
I don't know. Maybe he refused.
That'll tell us how trash it really is if they don't have a Mark Bagley cover for it.
Maybe he refused because I'm not seeing Mark Bagley on the list of
Because he's always like the first to sign up for.
I don't see a Mark Bagley.
Interesting.
He don't want his name tied to this.
Not even for the shekels.
Not even for a cover. Not shekels. Yeah, nothing. Of course, Greg Land's there.
I'm super worried about this issue now.
I know. Ugh.
I'll probably only get one or two. How many total?
Wait,
don't tell me it's 25.
What, the covers?
Yeah,
there's the regular one and 1, 2, 3, 6, 9.
Oh, there's 25, isn't there?
Oh, no, it might be closer to 20, but yeah.
Okay.
It's around 18 or 20, yeah.
Wow, for a number 25. Like, grow the fuck up, Marvel.
Well, again, too, it's the most shocking one in 50 years, Lilith Hellfire.
Grow up.
Oh, maybe that's why it's so shocking. It's like, you won't believe what we'll make a cash grab out of.
At this point, that's probably what it is. I'm going to try to be positive and optimistic about it, though.
I love how the cover says, whatever happened to Mary Jane. Ian's have been dicking her over for 15 years. That's what happened.
Her solo book was so good. We are getting so robbed and dicked around as fans. It pisses me off.
I know. It's
like they don't want our money. They don't.
If you want to get rid of her, have her go off on her own. Give her her own book, or have her and Felicia.
She can go be the secretary for West Coast Avengers for all I care, but she better be alive.
Exactly, or have her and Felicia be partners and nowhere near Peter.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yes.
Or roommates.
Like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. Okay.
She's so sick of. They're both so sick of Peter's shit. They're just like, all right.
Oh, you hear what you just said? They're roommates because they're sick of Peter.
Yeah, I know. It's a double entendre. It's fine. I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
Lil's like, this ain't my first rodeo. I know what I'm doing.
We do literally call ourselves the best place for dick jokes on the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, the queen of the dick jokes, Lilith Hellfire.
I try to live up to the title. I do.
That's a mouthful. Anything else?
No, we can give the kids the homework and get the hell out of here. I know you got a whole other show to do.
I have another show to do. I love how there was no Peter Parker book this week, and we're still bitching about that 25.
I'm scared because I think this is make or break it for Spider-Man at this point. A lot of people are fed up, man. After that Beyond arc and the crap they pulled with that, we are fed up.
Oh, yeah. So
and the disrespect for the 60th anniversary, fed up.
Exactly. All right, so yeah, we're going to make that 25 its own episode, kids, and you'll be able to watch it
live. A very special episode of Ultimate Spider-Cast.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, but next time, kids, yes, there was an extra week this month, and we ran out of Frank Miller stuff, so we will cover the classic drug storyline from Amazing Spider-Man 96 through 98, where Stan Lee just said, F it.
Everybody loves cocaine? Wait, no.
Exactly, and Stan Lee said, F it to the comic code. So we will cover that, and then, yes, in 2 weeks, the Bad Babysitters Club is back again.
All right, tell them not to keep you up too late and limit the candy.
The penultimate to the 90s finale. Take a drink.
Oh, remind me of when they get to the reveal, please. I will wake up. Right. I promise.
All right, it'll be the end of June.
Call me even. I need to be there.
End of June. Although I don't know how to. Because I want them to read the you-know-who journal, because that explains the whole thing. So, like, how do I give them that homework without Because I think
have to do it live on air, bud.
I guess so. Yeah. Because I was like, the penultimate one. Do I give them the reveal and then say, okay, so read the finale and tell me what you think?
Oh, you know what you do? You have them record their reaction.
Oh, yes.
And then you can like paste it in, and then you guys can discuss it.
Oh, nice.
See if you can get them to do that. I think that would be like very interesting if they can pull it off.
Oh, yeah. Or I'll be like, oh, go read the 4-part Revelations. And then once you finish that and you find out who the mastermind is, yes, record your reaction. And then I'll tell you, yes, now that you've read that and you know who the mastermind is, go read the you-know-who journal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the best way to do
it. Ray's going to be like, what the F?
Not spoiling it for you, Ray. We had to live through it, so you're going to sit through it.
My God. I thought Australia was isolated before, but they don't know who the mastermind is?
Bless their souls. I mean, who needs that?
My sweet, sweet Australian children.
Summer children, I know.
All right, kids. Send us your thoughts. Again, 25 is looming over us like a...
It could be great, though. There's a potential for it to be great.
Really, Lilith? You know the universe.
I believe in Zeb Wells. I think he can pull it around, but this is it for him. If he fucks this up, he's dead to me.
You know the universe and the brand is damaged when Lilith Hellfire is the optimistic one.
Either way, it's going to give me a sweet, sweet release from Spider-Man.
Hey, oh.
Either way it goes. I'm getting a sweet, sweet release. I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
Anyway, send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737.
It is covered in titanium.
Hey-oh. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if I want to know.
No, my wrist. 15% titanium.
Oh yeah, she broke it in one of her many car accidents. Yes. All right. You're like Wolverine. She's the best there is at what she does, and what she does isn't pretty. All right, kids. Remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, Patreon, and more at our website, tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/
I heard something about a blog one time.
Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. Yes, when Phil figures out how to invent the 30-hour day, yes, you will get a blog.
Move to Jupiter. But no, I heard that made boys stupider, so maybe not.
Yeah, go to Mars. All the women are there. All right, kids. So, yes, check out the website. And Lilith Hellfire is no longer on social media. She said, you all can suck it.
Your whole family can suck it.
You
can friend me on Facebook. I'm there once a month, filling out friend requests and making cryptic posts for the NSA to figure out.
I know, she's like, the world is burning. It's like, why? Then she never answers.
Either do the
look around.
Yeah, but I like specifically, what are you talking about?
Look around.
I know.
Talking about me is so natural for Ray.
Remember the good times.
I always do.
You know how duck penises work, right?
But do they have
Gimme.
Oh yeah, I was going back through some of the old drops. Justin was loving that.
I just need to get my unpopular opinion out of my mouth.
Hey-oh.
Oh.
That was your favorite for a while.
It was. Might be again how I've rediscovered it. Oh, that's what we need to do when Lilith's on her another September
Oh my
vacation.
God, that's the best of the Lilith Hellfire drops.
Lilith Hellfire.
We're breaking the Lilith Hellfire drops. Join us.
A Lilith Hellfire concert, just like Ray and Justin like sitting there like, yes, play the hits. We don't like to do stuff, play us the hits. All right, kids, thank you for joining us next week. Next week we'll take a trip.
Down Drug Lane.
With Harry Osborn. And in 2 weeks, Australia's finest return. But until then, swing on back.
Flip, right in your mother's eye.
Right in Zeb Wells' eye.
Sophisto.
Sophisto.